Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this week's Coffin Hero Show at the end of May, taking you through the new single issues coming into the store this week. It's a pretty damn big week, it has to be said. Big titles released through the Ultimate line, through the Absolute line, and much more besides that. So we'll kick things off as we always do with the variant side of things. So easily one of the big releases this week is Ultimate Spider-Man number 17. Continues to be Marvel's biggest selling title for us. We've got a couple of different variant covers. So we have Ivan Talavera on variant cover there with MJ. We have the Retailer Incentive 1 to 25 variant cover, which is done by Pete Woods. We also have the Rafa Sandoval variant cover, which is focusing on Peter's son and also on Black Cat of the Ultimate Universe. Next up, we have Rogue the Savage Land, number 5. So J. Scott Campbell does the cover A's for this, but also doing the variant cover as well. There's been a range of Alex Ross Timeless variants recently, showcasing different characters. This was actually meant to be here last week. This is, believe it or not, for Amazing Spider-Man number 4. This is the Timeless cover, but just arrived in this week. Jan Size X-Men kicks off its series of one-shots this week. And we have the Ivan Talavera variant cover as well. Another big release is Predator versus Spider-Man. So we have Rand Stegman doing a variant cover there. We have the Retailer Incentive 1 to 25 variant cover by Ed McGuinness. And we also have the Giuseppe Camuncoli variant cover for Predator vs. Spider-Man number 2 as well. Magic is out this week, number 5. We have the Lyrics Lee variant cover for that. A big release this week, definitely based on the reception to number 1, is Daredevil Cold Day in Hell number 2. So first of all, they're doing these series of variants called The Art of Marvel Television. It's basically a look at behind the scenes sort of art work in progress for the show. So this is done by Jackson Zay, and as I said, it's called the Marvel Television Art variant cover. Personally, I'll stick with the normal stuff. Look at that, possibly the best cover this week. Gabriel Dell'Otto on variant cover for Daredevil Cold Day in Hell number 2. Justice League Unlimited number 7 is this week, so we have the Ijikur variant cover for that. We have Batman 160 this week, continuing on Hush 2. So first of all, we have the Summer of Superman variant cover by Lee Bermejo. We have the David Nakayama variant cover for Batman 160 also. And then, as I say, a couple of Absolute books this week, so plenty of variants to go around as well. We have the Meredith McLaren variant cover, Retailer Incentive 1 to 25 for Absolute Wonder Woman number 8. We have Stephanie Hans doing an absolute banger of a cover there. So well known, of course, from Die. So variant cover there. It's such a nice image. They've also made it the Virgin variant cover, which is the Retailer Incentive 1 to 50 variant for Wonder Woman as well. And then we finish off Absolute Wonder Woman number 8 with the Sanford Green variant cover as well. Also out this week is Absolute Martian Manhunter number 3. So we have Ian Bertram on variant cover, Judy Fursell, one of my personal favourite artists. He did a Kickstarter recently for an art book, which I backed, and I made sure to get some copies for the store as well. We have Dan Panasian on variant covers as well, definitely a variant cover artist on the rise. Retailer Incentive 1 to 25 variant cover by Riley Rossimo. And we finish off Absolute Martian Manhunter with the 1 to 50 variant cover, which is done by Sean Crystal, which is rather clever there as well. Then we just finished things off with, came out last week, but again, we were missing our variants. They hadn't been sent. Miguel Mercado on variant cover duty for Satana number 4. So that's the variant side of things. What about the traditional single issues? As I say, it's a big week. Lots of big titles, which you would have seen quite a few of them there. We kick things off with Absolute Martian Manhunter number 3. So Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez continues to be a great seller, continues to be a great book, and continues to push the boundaries of comics. Absolute Wonder Woman number 8. This is great because a new story starts here. So this will be a jumping on point. We'll get the stickers on as we always do. This will be a jumping on point for new readers for Absolute Wonder Woman. When the trade comes out, it's going to cover the first 7 issues. So this is the perfect jumping on point there. So that's Absolute Wonder Woman. Batman Hushed 2. We continue this week with issue 160. Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee continues to be a lot of fun. Don't care what the haters say. Very nostalgic. Love the art. Love the tone. I'm a fan, regardless of what people say. On to The Flash, which is next. This is continuing a storyline called Bad Moon Rising. This is part 2. Cy Spurrier and Vasco Georgiev continuing on that. We have Green Lantern, number 23, which is Jeremy Adams continuing to write with Sir Manico on art. Next up, we have Harley Quinn, number 51. Scott Callan continuing on this. Mirka Andolfo on interior art for this one. I do love that cover, I have to say. Harley's not my favourite character in the world, but I really like that cover. Justice League Unlimited, number 7. So continuing on with the We Are Yesterday storyline, crossing over with Batman Superman Motors Finest. Mark Waid on this, and Travis Moore on art. We have a new number 1 this week, which is Mr. Terrific Year 1. This is going to be a 6-issue mini-series. Al Letson and Valentin Delandro. I read this already. This is great. Again, not a character I particularly care about, but I thought I'll give it a go. Brand new number 1. Obviously going to be in the upcoming Superman movie. I have to say I really enjoyed the tone of this one. Next up, we have Peacemaker presents a Vigilante and Eagly double feature. So this is issue 3 of 5. James Gunn, of course, providing story consultant on this, story consultant duties. Tim Seeley mostly writing it, and you also have the likes of Mitch Gerads on art. Superman number 26, so Joshua Williamson, and it's Eddie Barrows and Sean Isaac on art for this one, continuing to build up to the summer of Superman. I got more copies in this week of Superman Unlimited. This sold out quick smart last week. Hardly surprising because it's awesome. Written by Dan Slott with art by Raphael Albuquerque. Brand new number 1. Highly recommended. So that's why I ordered more copies of that in. On to Marvel, and we have Avengers number 26, Masters of Evil Part 2. So Jed MacKay continuing on with his Avengers run. We have Cable, Love and Chrome. I believe this is the last issue from David P. Post, Mike Henderson. So yeah, 5-issue mini-series coming to an end. I should have some variant covers. We also have the cover A's for Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, number 2 of 3. Again, issue 1 of that, one of my number 1s of the year so far. It's probably between it and Exquisite Corpses for my favourite number 1 this year, thus far. Deadpool Wolverine, number 5. So Benjamin Percy and Joshua Cassara continue on with their Deadpool Wolverine title. We have Eddie Brock Carnage, which I've been really enjoying, written by Charles Soule. Nice fresh take, nice fresh direction for Eddie Brock taking on the Carnage symbiote. I'd mentioned in the variants, we have Jan Size X-Men. This is celebrating 50 years of Jan Size X-Men. And it's going to be revisiting a lot of classic stories through the X-Men mythos. So Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing on this, Andy Kubert on art. It's going to be sort of Miss Marvel coming through all those X-Men titles. So that is a one-shot to kick it off. We have, I've mentioned Magic, number 5, so J. Scott Campbell on cover A's for that. So continuing on that mini-series. We have Predator vs. Spider-Man. I've mentioned obviously the variant covers, of course. This is your traditional cover A by Pablo Sequeira. We have Superior Avengers, number 2. This was supposed to be out last week. Again, not sent to us. See if you see a pattern here. So continuing on there with number 2. Always a big week when we have Ultimate Spider-Man hitting the racks. So Ultimate Spider-Man number 17. Jonathan Hickman continues to knock Ultimate Spider-Man out of the park with 2 great artists, David Messina and Marco Cicchetto. We have Uncanny X-Men number 15. So Gail Simone and David Marquez continuing on with the Dark Artery storyline. That's it, part 3 of 4. We have What If Donald Duck Became Iron Man? You know you've always wondered. But yeah, these have been fun. So they have sort of one-shots aimed at younger readers. And plenty of Easter eggs for older readers as well. Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, number 2. So Chris Claremont continuing to examine his corner of the X universe with new stories. We have Uncanny X-Men number 135. The facsimile for that, defeated by Dark Phoenix. On to some indie books. Not a big week for indie books, but there are a couple of good titles here. We have Bug Wars number 4, continuing on the Jason Mahmoud Asrar mini-series, which has been awesome. Gladiator meets Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rogue Sun number 27. Continuing on with the Massiveverse title there. Brand new number 1, which is called Sleep. Must admit, don't know an awful lot about it. Have set aside a copy, so we'll certainly give that a go. We have a new Spawn title this week. Spawn, The Curse of Shirley Johnson. Because, of course, we have a new Spawn title this week. And we finish off with Star Trek Lore War, Shaq's Worst Day. This is a one-shot tied into Star Trek Lore War. So one for the Star Trek fans. So that is everything for this week going on to the racks. Pull lists are, of course, organised and ready for collection. If you do watch this and you have a pull list with us, if you haven't been in for a little while, if you could just let us know. We've had a couple building up recently. We've had to get in touch with people, which we always do for a couple of months, but it's always nice to, if people know about it, just give us a heads up. Outside of that, everything is good to go, as I say, for this new comic book day. So hopefully we'll see you throughout the week. Hope you enjoyed this as always, and I'll see you in store. Take it easy.